Follow, Mike.
All right, sounds pretty good, Dan. Thank you very much. Well, in 1953, an armistice was signed between North Korea and the U.S., but almost 70 years later, thousands of American troops remain in South Korea. It's because there's never been a peace treaty to end the war. Those armistice talks years ago were witnessed by a hometown hero from the Valley. It's something he vividly remembers. In his Hoosier homestead home, 90-year-old Elmer Ladue remembers the tension during the negotiations between the Americans and North Koreans back in the early 50s.
Just a lot of disappointments in how it went. A lot of anxiety. A lot of strong language.
Ladue was in the Army. His job was to help communicate messages coming from the negotiations at the 38th parallel. For many months, the two sides tried to hammer out an agreement to stop the brutal fighting on the Korean peninsula. At times, Ladue says he wished he could have stepped in and participated in the talks that dragged on and on.
Come on, let's get it over with. Let's do it right. This is a long ordeal. You have a lot to gain, we do too. Let's get with it.
After many months, his role changed to that of helping returning American prisoners of war who were part of a POW exchange with the North. He said the U.S. treated the North Korean prisoners well, but the North Koreans did not do the same for the American prisoners.
They were not in good shape. Many of them limped back in on a stretcher. They looked real bad.
After the war, Ladue returned to Indiana and finished his education at Indiana State. Eventually, he worked for decades in the placement office at ISU. Back in the 50s, he met and married a music teacher named Martha, and the two raised 4 children. It's a family that continues to grow with grandchildren and great-grandchildren. Martha is a pianist, and Elmer, well, he's quite the singer, and the two have performed throughout the country, mainly at church venues. Elmer and Martha love their music, their family, their country, and God. It's a combination that has worked well throughout their 65 years of marriage. I always enjoy meeting veterans and their families, and Mr. and Mrs. Ladue are absolutely wonderful. Merry Christmas and happy holidays to them and to all of our veterans. And as always, thank you for your service to the nation. All right, well, still ahead in our second half hour of Live at 5, a quick recap of our local headlines, including details about an annual Christmas tradition in the Valley. And the latest details as the White House uncovers more information about the new variant of COVID-19.